What's happening, YouTube? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers out there. And I want to talk about fighting games. It's my favorite genre, and it was something that was brought up to me when me and Xbox was doing our live stream yesterday, just talking about fighting games and the state of fighting games. And it was also brought up tonight after I just got off the multiplayer podcast with Next Gen and the crew. And that was one of the last questions that was asked, like, how do we feel about the fighters this gen? Now, I'm pleased with the fighters this gen, even though as much as I rag on Street Fighter V, visually and control-wise, the game is great, better than ever. But it's just the lack of content, how they've approached, you know, their fan base, and the fact that it's an exclusive when the game has always been a multi-plat for the most part. And it's just one of these things where I feel that fighting games, especially if they're made and produced by multi-plat developers, then the game should be multi-plat. Street Fighter, King of the Fighters, Tekken, you know, Mortal Kombat, the list goes on. You know, so these games, Guilty Gear, these games should be on all consoles. You know, so on every platform. And, you know, the games like Bloody Roar, that should be primarily a PlayStation game, exclusive. Killer Instinct should stay with the Xbox. Smash Brothers should stay with Nintendo, you know, etc. Those type of games I definitely understand should be with their company. But the question that I'm asking the gaming community is, fighting games better? Or do these games that we play, are they just something that we just play and just move on from? Or do they give us that nostalgia feeling like the old school games did? Like the very first Soul Calibur, or back then it was called Soul Edge. You know, Battle Arena Toshinden, like a game about Bloody Roar. The very, you know, the Tekken, you know, Street Fighter. Games like Eternal Champions, Pit Fighter, if anybody can remember that old classic, you know, Star Gladiator, Rival Schools, Tabal, you know, Battle Arena Toshinden, games like that were just instant classics. They were old school games, but even after 25 years later, they're still relevant. You know, people still can remember the names of those games. And I'm wondering if these fighting games will last the test of time. I think definitely Tekken will, but I don't know about Street Fighter V. I mean, when you talk about Dragon Ball Xenoverse or Naruto or you know, One Piece, any of these type of fighting games, will they still have that feeling? I don't think so. I think Mortal Kombat XL will definitely be up there, and like I said, Killer Instinct, but I just don't know. I'm looking forward to Injustice 2. That's one of those games that definitely give me that feeling of just, oh, I can't wait, you know, and that could last the test of time. But it's just that the state of fighting games these days just don't hold the attention, I think, like they used to. I don't know, but I think time will tell. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on it. Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm not a fan of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because of all the aerial attacks, but man, you know, that's an instant classic. But you know, like I said, I like to hear your thoughts on it. Just a quick little video, just to get your perspective on how you think the game genre is. Is it stronger than ever? Is it not? Is it dying? Things like that. But shout out to Intro Media Gaming, to Gamers United, to the Next Podcast, and appreciate Next Gen having me on for the second week in a row to Multiplayer Podcast. I guess I'm a regular now because he keeps talking about Bigfoot and some dog man out here in Oklahoma. So, all right, I guess that means we're good. But anyway, now everybody have a good night, man. Peace.